Good morning, children. Hope you are safe at home. Today, we will do a lesson where we will learn about glass. So, the name of today's topic is All About Glass. Now, let's start reading this lesson. Glass is one of the most beautiful substances that we see around us. Just take a look around yourself and see how many things you can find that are made of glass. Light bulbs, bottles, jars, glasses, reading glasses, marbles, window panes, to name just a few. Where does this glass come from? So, children, in today's lesson, you are going to learn about glass. And in your house itself, there are so many things that are made up of glass. You can look around and see them. Your window panes, glasses that you use to drink, utensils. There are even spectacles that are made of glass. Look around and you can make a list of some of the things that you use at home made of glass. But first, let us understand how this glass is made. What is the process behind making it? How glass is made. The glass that is used to make so many everyday things is a man-made material. Man-made material are those things that are made by man. So glass is not a natural thing. It is an artificial thing that is made by man in factories. Can you guess what is it made up of? It's very difficult. Glass looks so simple, clean and clear. But do you know what it is actually made up of? It may seem unbelievable. You won't be able to believe this. But this clear, transparent and smooth looking material is actually made from sand. So children, when you look at glass, it's so clear, transparent, you can see through it, and it is so smooth and lovely. But do you know, glass is actually made from sand particles. Glass is made by heating a mixture of clean white sand and chemicals like soda and lime. So this glass is made up of a mixture of clean white sand and some chemicals like soda and lime. When they are heated, we get glass. The mixture is heated in a furnace. Furnace is a huge enclosed thing where the temperature will be very, very hot. So it is closed completely till it turns hot liquid glass. So this mixture that is there of sand and chemicals is heated at a very high temperature till the entire thing becomes into hot liquid glass. So glass actually in the beginning is in the form of a liquid. Then when it cools down, it becomes stiff and hard and we get a transparent hard glass. So first it is liquid and hot and later it cools down, becomes hard and solid. How is glass shaped? Glass has so many different shapes, children. When we drink water in a glass, it is cylindrical in shape. When we have our window panes, it is rectangular in shape. You have bottles made of glass that again have different shapes. So, how is glass shaped? Let us see. Once glass has become cold, stiff, and hard, it is not possible to shape it. So, once the glass is already formed and it is hard, then you cannot do anything to it. Glass is brittle. We all know that. If you throw a glass down, it breaks into pieces. So, brittle means easily breakable. That means it breaks easily. It has to be shaped into different articles when it is still hot and soft. So if you want different shapes of glass, children, it has to be done at the stage when the glass is in a liquid state and hot. Very hot glass is more like a liquid. You can pour it, mold it. Mold means shape it. You can roll it, press it, or even blow it to make a variety of shapes. So when this hot glass is like a liquid, you can do anything with it and you can give it different kinds of shapes and patterns. Hot liquid glass is poured into molds. Molds means different things which will give it shape and then hardened to make articles of various shapes and sizes. So when it's hot, we'll pour it in that mold shape, and when it cools down, it will automatically get that shape. It can also be rolled out to make flat sheets of glass. So the glass that we use in mirror and window panes are flat. So this has to be rolled out when glass is liquid hot. In another process, molten glass, molten means liquid glass, is floated on a bed of molten metal to make very flat glass sheets of even thickness. So in another way, you can pour the liquid glass on a liquid metal to make very flat glass sheets. Gobs of hot liquid glass can be blown into bottles, bulbs, glasses, and other objects. So, those objects which are round in shape, like glasses, bulbs, bottles, for this, the liquid glass is blown. Liquid glass can also be drawn out into very thin fibers or glass wool. So liquid glass can also be made into very thin fibers like wire-like structures or even glass wool. So this is the way glass is shaped, and in this way we can give it different kinds of shapes. Properties of glass. This means what are the qualities that glass has. Glass has many useful properties. First one, it is transparent. Transparent means you can see through it. So when you look out the window, you can see through the glass. This property is called as transparent. Second, it is strong and hard. You can put a lot of load on it. So glass is strong and hard. You can put a lot of weight on it. It is impermeable. Impermeable means it does not allow water or other liquids to pass through it. And it doesn't get soggy or stained itself. If you have a glass table, when water spills on this glass table, it doesn't get into the table. It remains on top. This is because Glass cannot absorb anything into it. Neither does it get stained. So when we wipe it off, it becomes clear again. Glass has no effect on the food, water, or other substances stored in glass containers. So glass doesn't mix up with any substance that you store it in. So whether it's food or water, glass remains separate. In other words, it doesn't impart a smell or taste to them. So, whether you put food or water, glass doesn't mix with it. So, there is no smell or taste that will enter that. Ordinary glass has a smooth surface and it can be washed easily. Just like your table, you can wash your glass table. And last but not the least, important is the fact that it looks beautiful. No wonder then that it is used to make so many things. So these were the properties of glass. Now let's learn something new which we call as colored glass. Look at this picture over here. Glass is not only transparent, you can also give it different colors. How do we do that? Ordinary glass is colorless, like we have on our windows. But it is possible to produce colored and transparent glass by using different combinations of chemicals in the glass making process. So when you're making the glass, when it is in liquid state itself, you can add different chemicals and make the glass colorful. Glass can be given many beautiful colors. Let's see which are those colors. Blue, violet, turquoise. Turquoise is a type of blue. Ruby, ruby red, pink, amber, orange, deep yellow, purple, amethyst, dark green, even black and white. So many different colors can be added and makes the glass colorful. Now let's come to another type of glass which we called stained glass. Colored glass is used to make beautiful pictures, especially in window panes, like you see over here. This is a glass in a window pane, and this glass is beautifully colored and painted. Such windows are known as stained glass windows. So this is called as stained glass windows. They are seen mostly in churches. Colored glass can also be used to make beautiful sculptures or statues or even decorative articles. It is also possible to paint on glass using special chemicals and processes. So you can also take a transparent glass bottle and paint on it with special kinds of paints. In this way, we get stained glasses. Very important, glass can be recycled. Recycled means it can be used again and again. So even if it's broken, you can reuse that glass, melt it again and make new glass. Another unique feature of glass is that it is 100% recyclable. So you can completely reuse it again. Old glass can be used to make new glass any number of times. Recycling glass in this manner is much cheaper than making new glass from raw materials. So if you have any broken glass or old glass, That glass can be recycled into new glass. This process falls much cheaper than again making new glass by itself. It requires much less heat and a lot of energy is saved. If you recycle even a single glass bottle, you save enough energy to power a color TV for about 20 minutes. So, the next time you throw away a glass bottle, think glass is valuable. So, children, rather than throwing away glass, you can use it, and rather than making new glass all over again, we can use old glass and recycle it. By doing this, we save a lot of energy. Now let's answer the questions on this topic. Question 1. Find the following lists from the passage and copy them. You have to name everyday things made of glass. So the answer is light bulbs, window panes, bottles, jars, glasses, marbles. What can you do with hot liquid glass? What all things you can do when liquid is hot? You can pour it, mold it, roll it, press it, or even blow it to make a variety of shapes. Names of colors: blue, violet, turquoise, ruby red, pink, amber, orange, deep yellow, purple, amethyst, dark green, black and white. Guess the meaning of the following words from the passage. Molten means melted. Transparent means clear. Impermeable means not allowing any fluid to pass through. We can also call it waterproof. Impart means to give. Recyclable means it can be recycled. Question 3. Write short notes on the following. First one, how glass is made. Answer. Glass is made by heating a mixture of clean white sand and chemicals like soda and lime. The mixture is heated in a furnace till it turns into hot liquid glass. When it cools down, it becomes stiff and hard. Second question, how glass is shaped? Very hot glass is more like a liquid. You can pour it, mold it, roll it, press it, or even blow it to make a variety of shapes. Hot liquid glass is poured into molds and hardened to make articles of various shapes and sizes. It can also be rolled out to make flat sheets of glass. In another process, molten glass is floated on a bed of molten metal to make very flat glass sheets of even thickness. Gobs of hot liquid glass can be blown into bottles, bulbs, glasses, and other objects. Liquid glass can also be drawn into very thin fibers or glass wool. Next, state the properties of glass. It is transparent, it is strong and hard, it is impermeable, it has no effect on the substances stored in it. Ordinary glass has a smooth surface and can be washed easily. It looks beautiful. Then talk about colored glass. Ordinary glass is colorless. Glass can be colored by using different combinations of chemicals while making the glass. It can be given beautiful colors like pink, blue, red, etc. And the last question 4. Find out how paper and plastic are recycled. This, children, you can research at home. You can search magazine articles, newspapers, or even on the internet and search the process how we recycle paper and plastic. That is all for today, children. Thank you and have a nice day.